depends. You need to tailor your reel to the studio you're applying. If you're applying for video games, normally you need to tailor your more oriented to like body mechanics, more weight exercises like interaction. I guess if you're working on a VFX movie that they do, it has to be realistic animation. So it depends on the project you apply.
Quality is way better than quantity. So we're not really interested in seeing a certain length that's met in your demo reel. You definitely want to have really good quality work that's shown and displayed. That's your first impression and your best foot forward. If you're getting into gameplay, they're going to want to see that you're more technically minded, that you can get your work into an engine, that you've got a lot of really good body mechanics. In cinematics, that's where you can start showing off acting and performance, and that's all going to pertain to a cinematic position. If it's a bigger studio, they absolutely want a specialist. They want you to be the best at what they're looking for. They want you to be the best animator that you can be. Now, nowadays, the competition is a little bit more fierce getting into the industry, so when you have extra things like rigging and modeling or drawing or motion graphics, like that stuff, it just helps you. It helps set you apart. So you got to be the best, and then you got to have something besides what they're looking for that would also be of interest to them. If you're going for a smaller studio, generalist all the way. If you can get a game up and going yourself, if you know how to program and animate, that will get you further as an indie for sure. But I'd say that most studios or most companies are looking for specialists. I know for us, a contract versus a full-time job, you get the same amount of work, the same jobs, that you get treated like you're an employee of the company, but you don't get things like sometimes the benefits of like insurance or bonuses. You know, you wouldn't get that. Or I guess if there's like vacation time that they give out, which, you know, you get anywhere from like 3 to 4 weeks, usually a vacation time a year as a full-time employee. So unfortunately, contract jobs don't usually get that, but other than that, they're treated the same, at least at our studio.
Normally, they pay for everything. They give you relocation money. They pay for the visa. They pay for the plane. It depends on the company, but if they want you and it's basically you need to move, they're gonna pay for all this.
Yeah, they will give you everything that you need to move. For me to move from California to the Midwest of the United States, I forgot what they gave me, but it was like they gave me an allowance. They put me up in a temp housing so I could look for a place to live. They paid for my mileage if I drove. And the only real stipulation, and this happens with a lot of game studios, is that if you leave or get fired within a certain amount of starting on your first day, then you have to pay that back in some portion. Sometimes it might be over 2 years. Sometimes it might be if you leave under 1 year. And so as long as you don't leave in a certain amount of time, then you don't have to pay that back.
When you look at a demo reel, you just want to put your best work, no matter what. You don't want to make it too long, because what's going to happen is if they review your reel, after 10 seconds, they already know what they want. If you keep putting, if you make it longer than that, basically they're going to stop it and they're not going to watch it. It's better for them to just make a shorter reel, so they want to see more, than putting a 4-minute demo reel with everything, things that you're attached to that you shouldn't put it. And basically you can be as good as your best shot and as bad as your worst shot. So you just want to put your best stuff.